morning, folks, or afternoon or evening. Oh, of course, depends on when you clicked on the video. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. We've got a good one today. It's been a little bit since I've done a Kris song. Kris Kristofferson, CarolinasBeauty, a.k.a. Phyllis, made a gift to the channel for me to do Casey's Last Ride. I'm pretty sure I don't know this song, but we're going to find out. Sometimes a song will be like, yeah, I heard it when I was a kid, but it didn't register type of thing. And then I hear the melody and I'm like, oh, I totally heard that. But usually not, because I didn't grow up on country. Kris had some crossovers, of course. So if this is that, but Phyllis, thank you for the gift and this request, my dear. Here we go. Oh, ominous.
Casey joins the hollow sound of silent people walking down the stairway to the subway in the shadows down below.
Jesus.
Following their footsteps through the neon darkened corridors of silent desperation, never speaking to a soul. Poison air he's breathing has the dirty smell of dying, 'cause it's never seen the sunshine and it's never felt the rain.
Jesus.
But Casey minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echoes of the clicking of the turnstiles and the rattle of his chains.
The first 20 seconds, I didn't recognize this as Chris's voice. I'm like, is this really Kris? And then the second part of it, I'm like, oh, that's Kris. I don't know if this is early or later when this came out. But Jesus, what a song. There hasn't been an inch of light in this thing yet.
Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she said, I've put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she said, Casey, can you only stay a while?
Why is he in chains? He's got chains, they said.
Casey leaves the underground and stops inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his bones. Seeing his reflection in the lives of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep from going home. The corner case, he drinks his pint of bitter, never glancing in the mirror at the people passing by.
This is brilliant.
Then he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. Oh, she said, I suppose you seldom think about me.
Yeah, not true.
Now, she said, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she said, it's so blessed good to feel your body.
Oh boy, a cheating song.
Lord, she said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone.
She put on her new stockings to tempt him back. Wow. Was that written for a movie? That practically was a movie in its own right. I got this because I'm in Jersey, right outside New York, where, we've got the subway system there. I haven't been on it in a long time, and I wouldn't go on it now because they've let the city go to shit. But I just envisioned this, but I couldn't figure out, is he wouldn't be a prisoner being marched into the subway system because he had chains on, but he could hear the turnstiles clicking all the time. But all right, many of you folks will have seen the movie Dumb and Dumber. It's still one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so funny. Step Brothers, Caddyshack, Animal House. I love all those. But of course, I love The Godfather and more. Wait a minute. No, Sopranos. Similar theme. But the movie Dumb and Dumber was brilliant writing because you're trying to capture, the essence is to capture stupidity. And how could you make it believable, the willful suspension of disbelief on behalf of the viewer as they continue their saga toward Colorado and returning this money and doing all stupid things. But it had to continually be stupid and unexpected. In this one, Kris was captured. He had to have written this because I can't imagine anybody else writing this. That he was capturing the essence of like darkness from the guy. But there was mystery about it too, because what was he crying about? Was he crying because he couldn't have the girl that came to meet him and she pressed her body against him? Did they sleep together, or was that just a nice embrace? Was he crying because he just cheated on his wife because he's already got another family? That was established later. But the fascinating part was the darkness was presented as his darkness. And the way it was sung about her, there was this light feeling music. It was like the fiddle or violin came in and she was the sweet thing, but she's the temptress. He's there for some reason. I don't know if they live in the same area, like same city type of deal, and decided to have a thing, a fling. But the light music was on her behalf. But she's the one who said it's a shame for you to be alone, spend the night alone or something. She didn't say spend the night alone, but that was that's how I heard it, the meaning of it. And she, even though the music was light for her, he was the heavy one in this. He's the one with the tear in his eye. And was he crying because he had cheated? And now he's got to go back home, face his wife on a belly full of beer? Or was he crying because he had to leave this woman that maybe he really loved her? But what a way of starting out a song, of presenting the guy as being the dark, like even the beer, and he didn't look up. Like every element of the writing about the guy, Casey, was dark, sad. It wasn't violent. It was just deep darkness of the soul. And every nuance of it, Kris captured that so well, and he kept going with it. I'm like, when is this going to basically crescendo or ebb, go to the lowest point, and then bring us back up? And it didn't. She supposedly represented that, but she was the temptress. She wore stockings that he liked. New stockings, I think it said. So why else would she be doing that? Were they fishnet? That's how I saw it, but they could have just been regular stockings. I don't know. Yeah, women, you guys know stockings. I know what they look like, but all right. Wow. Phyllis, what a song. Goodness gracious. I'm going to rate this one. All right, the number that popped into my head, it was instant too, was a 9.6. I don't know. That was just brilliant writing. It's a fascinating instrumentation. It had to stay. I mean, I don't know. Unbelievable. Some people just use language very differently than other folks do. And I work with words all the time. And when I hear a master wordsmith, I'm like, oh, that is good. I don't get jealous. I get inspired, or like, oh, that's good. You know, you can't be the best at everything in your life, and just admire when people are better than you at something, or whatever, or different. All right, folks, you can thank Phyllis for that one. Thanks. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.